Thanks for the support as a channel member, A11 Scorpio 1996. Oh, boys and girls. I love it when a plan comes together. Hello and welcome to part 12 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you in the National League North. We're at home against Telford and away against Boston. Since you were last with me, we've figured it out. Finally, we have figured it out. As you can see, there has been much tactical fiddling again this season. We started the season with the 4-3-3, as you saw in yesterday's episode, which didn't really work. We went to the 4-4-2, which didn't really work. We switched to a 4-4-1-1, which didn't really work. And at that point, I decided to go back to basics, as in back to where we were at the very start of the save. I loaded the 4-2-4 custom tactic back up that I'd been using to quite a lot of success early on. That's where we had our cup run. This was all with that custom 4-2-4. I loaded that back up, but customized it slightly to make it into a 4-2-3-1. I'll show you it in a second, because we only have 3 strikers at the club. We've got a number of good attacking midfielders at the club, so it made sense to make it into a 4-2-3-1. I didn't really tweak anything else, and we won a match. We then lost a match and drew a match, but then we won another match. I don't know why it says 5-2-3 in that game. We were playing the 4-2-3-1. We didn't. No, we're not Kettering. That was last year. I was Kettering. This year I'm Leamington. There you go. There's your proof. We played the 4-2-3-1, even though it thinks we played the 5-2-3. But then we beat Kettering. We beat Ashton United. We beat Peterborough Sports in the FA Cup second qualifying round. Peterborough Sports notable because if they carry on as they are in real life, there's a very good chance they'll be the starting team on next year's Non-League to Legend. They're currently top of the Southern Premier Central, whatever it is. Their Tier 7 league, they are top of it at the moment. It looks like they're going really well. So they will definitely be the closest team to my house in the playable leagues next year if they carry on as they are. But we've had a little bit of a taste of them in the FA Cup. Also thinking of doing a Twitch save with them soon as well. Now the Tier 10 databases are out, so keep an eye on the Twitch channel. I'm streaming most afternoons now, in addition to, of course, Thursdays for the network game with Dr. Benji, Work the Space and Zealand. We're streaming most of the other days as well. And I think in the near future, we'll probably be starting a Peterborough Sports save. But that little turnaround in form as a result of the new tactic has led to this. 9 games in, we're 14th in the league, the giddy heights of 14th in the league. And that's with a game in hand as well. This first match against Telford is a game in hand because our pitch was waterlogged. Again, it always seems to be a bit of a problem. But if we win that, we could end up as high as 9th in the league after 10 games, very much in a playoff push. So I know you're itching to see the tactic, and this is what it looks like. The 4-2-3-1, it's basically just set up to work with the players that we've got and fit the squad that we've got. You can see there we've made a couple of loan signings. I probably should introduce you to them first before I show you how they fit into the tactic. So Donnell Thomas has come in from Colchester on loan for the season, no wage contribution. He's an attacking midfielder, can also play on the left wing, right wing, central midfield. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. We've only played him once, but he got an assist and a 7.3, so he is looking pretty useful. And we've also brought in Sam Packham, who is a 20-year-old right back who can also play central midfield. The thing I like about Sam Packham, natural complete wing back. We've actually got someone who can play like my kind of fullback on both sides now. He's better than anyone else we had at the club at right back. We've not played him yet, but goodness me, am I looking forward to being able to play him. So he's in as well. And this is what the tactic now looks like. So it has been tweaked slightly since I've last used it because we didn't have Packham. Packham's in for this match. We had been playing a fullback just there, but I figure we won't go full complete wing back. That might be a little bit too crazy. But we'll keep the wing back support on that side, wing back attack on this side. We've then got Isaac Rice covering with AN other as the other centre back. At the moment it's Forrest. It has been Josh Hill for a lot of this season. We probably need another man in there. I think we're probably a centre back short of this system really working well. Then in midfield we have Sam Cornish as a central midfielder on defend, and he plays that role really well. If he's not in the side, someone else tends to be in there as a ball winning midfielder, but Cornish is a central midfielder on defend. And then somebody else playing box to box. At the moment it's Forsyth. It could be Chong. who has been fantastic. I mean, he's too tired to play in this match. You'll hopefully see him in the second match. But Kobe J. Chong, in the last 3 matches, has been an absolute revelation as our box-to-box midfielder. Goals in each of the matches. I hope he's fit enough to show you in the second match him playing in that role. And then it's usually Lewis Warrington in that role. But Warrington is another one who's too tired off the back of the Peterborough Sports game. So Thomas is going to play in there. We had been playing Thomas out wide on the left. Deadfield can play there as an inverted winger today. So we have Deadfield or Thomas cutting inside, with Brown then charging forward as an attacking wing back going past him. Packham will stay a little bit deeper and cross from deep. Marsh Brown as the winger on the other side, getting more attacking, and then Mooney up front. But this advance forward rotates between Mooney, Vigar, Elliot Andrew, sorry. Don't know why I called him Elliot. Because that's his first name, probably. I don't really know who my first choice striker is yet. I still don't have that prolific striker, I don't think. Our star man, very much Kobe J. Chong. And hopefully, like I say, you'll get to see him in the second match. Other than that, we've got the exact same custom instructions that we had on when we were using the 4-2-4. And it's working. I really think it's working. Let's show you it in a match. That is the team. We're playing against Telford. This is our game in hand. So fingers crossed, things continue working as well as they have been recently. The one issue we might have in this match is because it's coming so soon after the FA Cup game, the Peterborough Sports game, the players aren't fully fit. We've had to rotate the players around a little bit, and there's even some in the team that aren't necessarily as fit as I'd normally want them to be. So we might not be quite at our best today off the back of 3 wins on the bounce, but I'm hoping by the second match on today's episode, if everyone's back, I'm hoping it just all fits together. You get to see it in action, and we might all just start to believe that things are turning around now here at Leamington. We've conceded an early goal. I mean, we did get a good save from Hawkins leading up to the corner, but we have now conceded from a set piece, which is a little bit sloppy. We shouldn't be conceding from set pieces. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that we get outplayed in open play sometimes because we're still figuring things out. We're still only on an average team cohesion, so I guess there are still going to be times when things go a little bit wrong as we settle these boys in. But I am now fully convinced that this system, once everybody's settled in, Christmas onwards, second half of this season with this system and these players, I genuinely think we're in with a chance of pushing for those playoffs. Isaac Rice has picked up an injury. Do we have a centre-back on the bench? We do not. So this is a bit of a problem that we're going to have to figure out at half-time. Can he play centre-back? No, he is 6'1", though. Can he play centre-back? He's also 6'1", can play DM and centre-back. I feel like he can probably play centre-back. Or George Forsyth can drop back. In fact, that's probably the logical thing to do. Thomas, theoretically, should be able to play in midfield. We haven't played him there yet. He should be able to. So if we put Forsyth back there with Forrest, and then Thomas in there, and then Elliot Andrew can play as the attacking midfielder. This is very much, do you like what I've called the tactic, by the way? We are going to win the title. I've decided. I don't know, it's very much makeshift. This isn't quite the combination of players that I would want to show you this tactic in all its glory. We've got Forsyth out of position, Thomas out of position, Andrew out of position. I don't really want Deadfield in the team. Packham's on his debut. Mooney's only scored 1 goal all season, and we're missing out on arguably our 2 best players in Warrington and Chong, which was one of the reasons behind switching from the 4-2-4 to the 4-2-3-1. It allowed me to play them both. Even in the 4-3-3 we were using, we couldn't really fit Chong and Warrington into the same team. Elliot Andrews just done a football. He scored an equaliser. Maybe he's an attacking midfielder after all. We've got so many players now. It's a beautiful thing. Brown down the left-hand side. He's now shattered. We have plenty of fullbacks on the bench, so we've got options to take Brown off, which we probably do need to do. We are struggling a little bit. This is the problem that we had with this system when we were using it first half of last season. It's a lot of fun when it works, but because it's quite high intensity, quite high tempo, it is a problem when the games start to come thick and fast, and it became a problem for us when we went on the FA Cup run last year, and we were just about to hit that point of the season again. And I suspect we might be having a similar problem this year. We're going to put Marsh Brown onto the left-hand side. We're actually going to put Mooney out on the right and put Vigar up front. I think probably fits better because Mooney just really struggling for goals this season, despite the fact the team are now playing reasonably well. I mean, even a draw here with the rotations that we've made, if we can pull a draw out of the bag here with 4 or 5 of what I would consider my first team players missing and several who are starting tired, I'd be pretty happy with that. Someone said in the comments section the other day, by the way, why is the stand the wrong way round? I don't think it is the stand. I don't know what it is. It's got a car park under it. Maybe it's a shopping centre. Maybe we've got a supermarket on stilts behind the goal at one end. Is that offside? That didn't feel offside to me. I'd like to think one of the first developments we'll get with this Leamington Stadium, if the council ever agree, because we know they didn't give us planning permission in the summer, but fingers crossed they'll let us knock the supermarket down and put a stand there. If you've ever been to Leamington in real life, I have been there once for the FM Charity Cup that we did there a few years ago. There's nothing for miles around of the football ground. There's not a chance there's a supermarket behind it. But we have picked up a draw. Who do we play next? Boston away on Saturday. See, the games are coming so close together now. This is not the time. I want to show the tactic working. Right, loads of changes for the Boston game. Rice is injured. Brown and Cornish both suspended. So they're all out of the team. And we've shuffled a lot of other stuff around as well, with players returning from not being fit for the previous match. So Ondo comes in at left back. Still can't say his first part of his surname. And we're going with Forrest and Hill together at the back in the absence of Rice, and Lewis Brown at right back. Forsyth, and then the returning Chong in midfield. In fact, with Forsyth in there, we switch back to a ball-winning midfielder. So Forsyth and Chong in midfield. Keep an eye on Chong. He is a superstar. Deadfield stays on the left-hand side. Warrington comes back in the attacking midfield slot, and Marsh Brown and Mooney keep their spots as well. Let's have a look. Just watch Chong. That's all you need to do. Watch. I promise you, he's been in incredible form. He is a great player. He is going to be a superstar. I just feel that he's going to be a superstar. I am a little bit concerned that, again, we've got 3 first-team players missing from this match, so I'm still not able to show you the team that's all singing, all dancing when it works. But you've seen the fixtures. You know it has been working. It's going to continue to get better and better, I assure you. It just looks good when it's in full swing. That's a weird cross that was very badly defended. And, oh, my boy from last year, Slavy Spasov. We don't want to see non-league to legend veterans constantly returning to punish us like that. And to see Spasov down at this level, why is he not playing for Leamington? How is that a thing? This is the problem with having to rely on scout reports. At no point all summer has he come up on a scout report. Have they got him permanently? No, he's on loan from Oxford. Makes me feel a little bit better. If you didn't watch last year's non-league to legend, he's scored the goals for Kettering that fired us into League Two. He was on loan for 2 years, I think, from Oxford, and was top scorer in National League North and the National League, and was just an absolute sensation. And there he is scoring against us, and it's troubling. But we can't go back and pick players up because we know them from real life. They're the rules. If you haven't checked the rules, it's right at the start of the playlist. You can see the rules for the series, and that's why we don't know about Slavy Spasov in this one. Although we do now. We could potentially scout him now he's scored against us. Even that, it's dodgy territory because I don't scout everyone who scores against us. It's just because I recognise his name, which in this universe, I wouldn't. Oh, it gets complicated. Ball through to Marsh Brown from Chong, and there's Deadfield to fire it home for the equaliser. This is what we're doing this year that we just weren't doing last year. We're not just capitulating as soon as we concede a goal. And Chong very much involved. Like I say, keep an eye on him. Look at this pass. This is tier 6, and he's playing a pass like that, and then just casual as you like, getting himself back into position, ready to receive it again. But he doesn't need to because the ball ends up in the back of the net. All eyes on Chong. He is our new hero. Forrest to Hill. We need another centre-back. Neither of these really are up to it, I don't think. And with Rice not there, it's a worry. Chong back to Hill. And now Chong again playing it forward to Warrington. Warrington, lovely ball over the top to Mooney. This is what I mean about wanting to have Chong and Warrington in the same team. They're both very good midfield players. They are the stars, and this tactic gets the best out of both of them. And it appears that today the wingers are playing particularly well. Warrington with the aimless header looking for Deadfield and can't find him. And we've been carved open there, but Hawkins makes the save. What a difference having a goalkeeper that could make saves makes as well. 20 minutes gone, it's 1-1 against what is a good Boston team, remember. They're up in the promotion fight. They'd be expecting to be in the playoffs this season. So the fact that we're holding our own against them so far is all good stuff. Hill heads clear to Chong, and Chong puts it out of play. I mean, he's still the best player at the club. That wasn't as impressive as it could have been, though. But, I mean, I'm sure he had a plan. We'll probably score from winning the ball back from this throw-in that he deliberately gave away because he's thinking 5 steps ahead. That's what I'm certain is happening. Oh, God. He must have a plan still because this is all led. Has this been disallowed? The ref's disallowed it. This was all part of the plan. We're going to score from this goal, from this free kick off the back of this goal being disallowed. This is what he saw when he was looking 5 steps ahead. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a poor. I mean, to be fair, it was a clearance. Got the ball out of the danger area. Let's not be too hard on him. Too hard on him. Describing him as the best player the club has ever had. And that's possibly still a little hard on him because he's great. Right, Lewis Brown to Marsh Brown. The half brown friends. What's that? What does that mean? They've both got half a brown in their name. My word. I don't even know what that would mean. My initial thoughts was, are they brothers? No, because it's not Lewis Brown and Marsh Brown, first name and surname. That's their surnames, you moron. Oh, goodness me. Good job. Good job I can edit this stuff out. I probably won't. Glad this isn't live. Right. Can we do some defending, please? Somebody. I mean, that wasn't defending, was it? Slavy Spasov's in again. And this is what I mean about, I think centre-back is definitely the next area we need to address. Because not only are neither of these particularly great, but we don't really have any other options behind them either. We've got 3 centre-backs. One of them's injured. The 2 that are on the pitch being frustrating. And the only other option really is Forsyth, who's got to play in central midfield today because our normal central midfield is unavailable. The ball's just bobbling around in the area. Marsh Brown gets the tackle in, and then he's there for the block again. We are not playing as well as advertised, and Lewis Warrington's picked up an injury, which is a problem as well. We'll deal with that at half-time. I don't really know what we've got to bring off the bench, and this is all falling apart. Oh, and there's going to be those 2 or 3 wangs who are in the comments every day going, "Oh, you're winning matches offline, Kev. Isn't it interesting? Kev must be reloading off camera." Look, moron, I could reload on camera as well. We've just established this isn't live. If I was going to reload, I'd do it right now because I've introed this episode telling you we've cracked it, telling you the tactic works. We're 3-1 down at half time. I promise you, if I was of a mind to reload, I would be doing it now. Oh my word, not off camera when there's no benefit to it. Goodness me. Right, Andrew's going to have to come on and play as attacking midfielder again for the 2nd game in a row. We do play Chong there. We've played him there a couple of times. Theoretically, he can't play there, but he's so good. He has played there and it works well. But for now, we'll put Andrew there because we saw him score a goal there from there in the last match. So, maybe we might still get back into this game. Forsyth there with the header. There you go. The comeback is on, 3-2. I've got to show you this team with everyone fully fit. But I think one of the problems of the tactic is we're not going to get everybody fully fit. And also we've started having a few players get a little bit grumpy that they're not getting the game time I promised them when I signed. Because of course in the summer, I had no concept of who my first 11 was going to be. And I think we signed 18 players. Every single one of them was told they were going to be at least an important first team player. So we've now got a few who are getting a little bit grumpy about the fact that they're not, and I'm having to adjust some of that stuff around. So I think there might still be a little bit of upheaval, a little bit of coming and going before we absolutely finalise this squad. And there's going to be days like this where we just get battered. But I am certain we are moving in the right direction. I don't want to see the replay. The fact that we're still ahead of the Kev ratio just 13 points from 11 games. If you're not familiar with the Kev ratio, we didn't really talk about it last year because we were always below it and it was depressing. But when we're a team that's supposed to get relegated, which remember, we are still a team that is expected to get relegated, as long as we have more points than games played all season long, we'll be fine. And I do still think we'll be in the playoffs at the end of this season. Chong to Mooney, back to Hill. Just today hasn't been fun. Chong, sorry, not Chang. And now Mooney is in, and if he can score here, we're back in it again. 4-3. 25 minutes to go. We might still rescue a point. We could get a little bit of an unbeaten run going here, even though we've conceded 4 goals today. Chong involved again. Marsh Brown, lovely ball from Andrew, who is starting to look a lot like an attacking midfielder. And Mooney with finally a finish from Forsyth from the free kick. Oh, my word, he's hit the... I don't know, does he hit the post? Is that a save from their goalkeeper? Either way, we were millimetres away from drawing level at 4-4. We've now got a centre-back taking a corner, because why not? That feels like something I should probably address. And Mooney's offside off the back of it. Right, what have we got that can help us go and win this football match? Deadfield is shattered, so Vigar can come on for him. Marsh Brown can go over to that side. That's easy. Forsyth is the other man who's tired. Packham can apparently play in midfield. Can he play there as a ball-winning midfielder? Yes, he can. Smashing. So, nice bit of versatility from our new right-back that we brought in. Get him into the midfield. We're going to offer some encouragement. We've got 15 minutes to grab an equaliser, and I don't know that I'd bet against us. We seem to have a whole new level of... I don't even know what I'm trying to say. We've got more of a never say die attitude now than we've had previously. We're not just accepting the fact that we're playing against a team that are better than us. We are still going at them and we are still creating chances, and it still feels like we might be able to get something out of this game, even though there's always that constant fear that we could concede at any moment because we're not very good defensively, and that definitely needs fixing, the centre-back situation. But we are in their half. They've got the ball. But, we could win the ball back potentially. Boston just calmly knocking it around at the back. The fact that this is a highlight suggests something is going to happen. I just hope what's going to happen is we win the ball back and go and do a goal. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be Boston scoring a wonder goal that involves every player on their team touching the ball and they're just dancing around. Oh, God, that is what happened. Oh, that's horrible. Spasov's got a hat trick. And that was a beautiful goal. And we just didn't look like I didn't fancy defending there. Just, not going to do any defending today, boss. Thank you. We're all good. No defending, thanks. They don't respect me when I'm not wearing a tie. That's what I'm learning today. Right. Can we save a little bit of face and grab a fourth? To lose 5-4, it's better than losing 5-3. Boston are at it again. They're a good side, this Boston team. How do we get Spasov? He has ripped us apart. And they're in behind again. And there's Spasov. Oh, my God. I think we are justified in scouting him now. He's scored 4 goals against us. I think we are now allowed to send a scout to have a look at him. We are. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. I don't care if it's... I've decided it's in the rules. I made the rules. I've decided that's within them. He scores 4 goals against us. We scout him. And Lewis Brown's now going to get sent off just to really put the icing on the cake for such an innocuous challenge as well. Packham can just go back there. It's this game's got away from us a little bit, I feel. But let's, at the very least, some good can come out of it. We're going to scout Slavy Spasov. And you never know. It's not going to help us this year, but he's now on the radar for next season. Might be able to squeeze him in on loan if we're still stuck down in this league. Why are you not letting me do it? Oh, my word. Let me click it. Let me click it. What is going on? Gonna scout this player. There. I win. You can't defeat me that easily, game. You did yourself proud today. We lost 6-3. I don't like what I just saw. We lost 6-3. My assistant manager's lost his mind. which I feel like I might be on the verge of doing. Warrington out for 2 weeks with a poorly cut knee. I mean, first defeat in a while. First defeat in 5. Things are going in the right direction. We'll either be back for something interesting happening in the FA Cup. We might be back for the Nuneaton because it's a local derby. Or we might just get a bunch of games under our belt again. Like I say, we're trying to go a little bit faster pace this season. How many games away is Nuneaton? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might be perfect. Nuneaton's our local derby. It's a team I've managed on YouTube before. That'll be quite interesting. If that coincides with like an FA Cup first round, that'd be the perfect place to come back tomorrow. Don't know why I'm clapping my hands. I'm just excited. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.